Hello and welcome everyone. For today's mission, I'll have to do my hunting from a ground blind, but with a little patience, I'll rediscover a nice find from before. This time, Gerlinda wants me to try hunting out of a ground blind, so I'll have to travel to the Schonfeldt Strawfields and harvest 2 animals down from a ground blind. The Schonfeldt Strawfields are a collection of open fields on the western side of Hirschdorf. I went through this area on my way to the windmills a few missions ago and discovered an in-game ground blind just off the road to the south. To complete the mission, I'll have to be inside of a ground blind and shoot an animal that is within the highlighted area. Any animal will do, so it won't have to be specific. Of course, I can use the in-game blind by the road, but the DLC blinds will count as well, giving me more flexibility with location. Hunting from a ground blind has its advantages and disadvantages. While inside, it helps mask my visibility, and any animals I kill have reduced hunting pressure. But they don't allow me to steady my shot by crouching or going prone, and because they are stationary, I'll be at the mercy of the wind in regard to my scent. Since any animal will count, it's wise to be prepared for a wide range of classes. Long-range shots are a possibility, so I'll favor ones with optics, but also plan to include a variety of collars to bring them in if need be. And since the wind may not be cooperative, I'll also include the scent eliminator to help mask my smell. Now, I could passively wait in a blind with some snacks and a book, and harvest whatever is unlucky enough to wander by. Instead, I chose to scout the area for animals in need zones first, to pick and choose what I wanted to go after. To do so, I checked the entire area at different times of day to see what was around. I took my time and walked as I went to keep my noise down, and held my shots to avoid hunting pressure and scaring away unseen animals. My plan was to use the in-game blind for one harvest and a DLC blind for the other. I made sure to pay close attention around the in-game blind, but also checked around the other fields as well. I found just about every species on the map here, so I had a wide variety to choose from. But I was specifically hoping for something decent. Toward the end of my scouting, I finally found what I was looking for. I first came across this guy during my hunt at the windmills for Jager number 5. I searched high and low, but never found any of his need zones until now. And he was in sight of the in-game blind. So, with my target picked out, I went ahead and built it. I returned to the blind just after sunrise. Once I was inside, I patiently watched and waited. Another female fox was across the field, but no sign of the mythical. But then I spotted him, close and to the right. I kept a close eye on him as he made his way to the zone. Once he began feeding, I waited for him to stand still with a broadside shot. And he went down instantly. And here he is. He's a high-scoring orange-colored gold at 13.76. I spent a great deal of time trying to track this guy down for Jager 5 without success, so it's nice to finally have him. My shot with the .243 dropped him instantly, hitting both lungs and the liver. With one harvest down and one to go, I thought I'd spice things up a bit and use some of the DLCs. During my time scouting the fields, I was haunted by a chorus of honks everywhere I went, so I decided to try my hand at goose hunting. For this, I packed up the 12-gauge over-under with a waterfowl blind and goose decoys before heading out to the fields. I chose to set up right in the middle where I could see all around me. After setting down the blind, I spread 20 decoys out to maximize the attraction strength at a good range for the shotgun. Once I was all set, I ran back to the blind and waited for the geese to arrive. I brought a caller along too, but turns out the decoys work just fine. A few would get too close and spook here and there, but for the most part, it worked like a charm. After a while, my trigger finger began to get itchy, so I picked out a light-colored level 3 male. And he is an uncommon colored brown hybrid, scoring silver at 6.52. The blind and the decoys passed the test, and I could have easily finished the mission using this strategy alone. Upon harvesting him, I completed Jager number 7. It may have taken a lot of time to scout the fields, but it paid off well in the end. Having bagged that mythical red fox was well worth the effort, and seeing just how effective the blind and decoys are was equally as satisfying. I'm sure you'll see me hunting out of that setup a little more in the future. If you found this video helpful, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content. Jager number 8 will send me to the shores of the Hirschfelden River on a hunt that will bring me a handful of nice fallow deer. Thanks for watching.